Um,
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our second video on the channel. Today, we have a lot in store for you, actually. We have stories, some depressing, and some that'll probably hype you up for the upcoming films and TV show that is to bring from Marvel.
a lot of this news, by the way, we filmed an episode of this a couple of days ago, but we didn't get it uploaded in time, and we were gonna film another episode again tonight, so we decided to just combine the two episodes here. So we're just reshooting, news from like 2 days ago. So I'm sorry if you've already heard stuff that we've already talked about here.
Yes, some of this will be old news, so we're just
Mm-hmm.
gonna sum up some of this quickly. Like this first story that we have today, it's actually pretty sad. So yeah, our first story today is actually pretty depressing. It's about, if you guys don't know who it is, Tom Kane. Um, he actually has been having some sort of like, I think he had like a stroke or something, I believe.
Yeah, he had a stroke
Yeah, and so
a
he,
bit ago.
if you don't know, Tom Kane, he voices Yoda and the narrator and Admiral Akbar in the Clone Wars
Mm-hmm.
TV show from Star Wars. He is Doctor Loomis from Halloween H2O. He's Admiral Akbar in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. He voices Takeo Masaki in all the Call of Duty Zombies games. Um,
He voiced most, I think, the male characters on Powerpuff Girls. If you guys are familiar with that show.
Yeah, he as well voiced Yoda and Admiral Akbar in Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
so yeah, it's kind of hard to not know who he is.
Yeah, yeah. Especially for the how many hours that me and him have spent on Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
You know.
So not gonna read this out loud, but there is a story on that his daughter has wrote to the fan base about Tom Kane. So basically, what happens? He had a stroke, and he's not dead. He's fine, but
Yeah.
he cannot talk. I'm pretty sure he cannot
Yeah.
communicate.
Not at the moment, at least.
Yeah, and so he's doing a lot of classes and trying to get better at talking so he can perform once again. And this might actually be vital. So this could mess up potentially a lot of things, such as,
Mm-hmm.
well, we might not get more. Yoda might not even sound the same ever again. Star Wars
No,
Battlefront
not
3.
at least not if they wanted to continue the Clone Wars or something.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 3. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed to continue
I
for
guarantee
the
it's gonna
game.
happen, but it's probably far away.
Yeah, and someone like Yoda probably will sound quite different. I mean, it's not
Mm-hmm.
like the voices in that game were any good because,
I
as we saw
I
with
I
like
I
some,
think he did a relatively good job with Yoda.
yeah,
No,
as someone like Luke Skywalker didn't sound that great in the games,
no,
but
no.
yeah. But what's your take on this situation?
I think it's really depressing hearing about this because again, I didn't I recognized his name when we first read up on this story, but I didn't know who he was off the bat until we did more research into him. And I'm very familiar with a lot of his work. Again, I mean, me and him were both horror fans here. So Halloween H2O with Loomis. I mean, that's an interesting role right there. Not to mention he played a great deal of Star Wars characters, in the animated stuff, and then he also played Takeo from Zombies, which is pretty crazy because again, we used to play zombies all the fucking time. So, I think that's a crazy thing. I mean, when I was like 3 years old, I watched Powerpuff Girls and stuff too. So, I mean, this guy I'm very familiar with. And
Yeah,
I think it's a real shame that we might not see him do anything like this again.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty depressing, but
Yeah, it's a sad story.
um, anyways, I guess here's quite a segue into our next topic. Our next topic will be actually, if you didn't know, if you don't know who Ray Fisher is, he plays Cyborg in Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he actually. This is obviously old, but this is from 30th, I believe. of December, he got into some beef with president of DC Films, I think.
Yeah, president of DC Films.
Yeah, Walter Hamada.
Walter Hamada.
And if you don't know, well, the tweet is well, basically, Ray Fisher in this tweet, I'm gonna put it on the screen here. He exposes Walter Hamada being a dangerous enabler and lying and all this stuff. But I mean, I don't know really what to think, because Ray Fisher did try to expose like Joss Whedon earlier this year.
Yeah. Who you might know as the director of the first two Avengers movies. He also did the reshoots of Justice League, aka he could be credited for the guy who ruined Justice League. I believe he worked on stuff like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm pretty sure he also did some comic books and stuff too. But I think he's mostly famous for those projects.
Yeah, as he is a big name in the industry of film and media. He did get into some beef with Ray Fisher earlier this year. I don't remember what it was on exactly, but
it was on racism, I think, on how he said how he was treated really bad on the set of Justice League, I think, and he tried to sue Joss Whedon for that. I think that's what would happen. It was about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the lawsuit fell out, but
I don't know what happened, but I know Joss Whedon's career is practically over after that. He got fired from a lot of projects.
Yeah, so Ray Fisher here, I'm guessing, is trying to get Walter Hamada fired again. Yeah, as we could not find anything new on Ray Fisher's Twitter, we still believe that he will probably tweet another time soon. We will hear more on this story.
So we will update you guys if there's anything we can update over. However, this doesn't necessarily make Ray Fisher look so great, because Walter Hamada was just in the news. He was just interviewed about the slate of DC films recently, within like the last couple of days. So a lot of people are saying how Ray Fisher might be just trying to get some money out of this situation. And a lot of people thought the same thing about the Joss Whedon situation too. So who really knows the truth? Maybe both are right. Maybe both are wrong. Maybe both are the bad guy. I don't know. I really don't know the truth.
Yeah.
In this situation.
I mean, to me, this looks like some controversy trying to get stirred up by Ray Fisher. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that serious.
I think it's that too. I think it's that too.
But I guess as a segue into our next topic today, right now we will be talking about there is a new leak from Spider-Man 3 of Tom Holland wearing the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit.
Alright.
So we'll put it up on screen now.
Yeah.
To me, this seems like maybe Tobey Maguire might not be showing up in Spider-Man 3. To me, this looks like maybe he will. To me, this also looks like maybe he lends his suit to Tom Holland for the movie.
Yeah, I'm actually... I'll explain my theory on this later. But I actually thought this was fake for a second when I first saw it. I thought it was just a picture of the set of Spider-Man 2 of Tobey Maguire until I really looked at it. That looks like Tom Holland in this. But we're showing the photo right now. It really does look like Tom Holland is in the suit, and this is supposedly been taken on the set of Spider-Man 3 in Atlanta, where they have been shooting. Now, a lot of leaks have been coming out about this movie, about how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back. Emma Stone, my girl, she's coming back. Kristen Dunn, she's coming back. Who else? That's me spinning my pop socket, by the way. With Alfred Molina, he's coming back. Jamie Foxx, he's coming back as Electro. They're saying, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's coming back. Thomas Hayden Church, Sandman's coming back. It's gonna have a packed cast, to say the least, in this movie. All these leaks. So we really don't know anything about this at the moment. and I think this picture's really weird. I don't know if it's real. I'm leaning towards it's fake. But at the same time, it looks like it would be hard to fake, to where I don't really know what to think of this photo. However, I'm very excited for Spider-Man 3. Daredevil, there's another one that's coming back, supposedly, from the Netflix show, which was pretty good. I didn't finish it, but I liked it when I did see. And, yeah, I hope we get a trailer soon. Supposedly, we were gonna see something on Christmas Day, and that never happened. So I really don't know, currently, about this movie. I think we're gonna get a trailer within the next month or two.
Yeah. There's another picture Tom Holland posted on his Instagram of Spider-Man wearing a mask. This may be maybe there is a virus, or maybe he just posted on his Instagram to remind people to wear masks, but or this could be a standing point for Spider-Man 3. Maybe there is a virus going around in the universe.
Yeah, you never know. Masks. Might be some disease or something, like in the PS4 game, for example.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, well, hey, we don't have Tony Stark alive anymore, so we can't work on a vaccine, so maybe we'll make Bruce Banner do something for once.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, my theory now on is this use of this suit. I think that perhaps Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have very minor roles in this movie. And I think either Tobey lends Peter his suit, or Peter gets inspired and remakes that suit later on to have a new costume, basically making his new suit the Raimi suit. Either that, or Tom Holland is doing the stunt work for Tobey Maguire in this movie, which I think is probably more sensible. I do think Tom Holland's Spider-Man's going to get a new suit in this movie. I have no doubt about that.
I don't think Tobey Maguire has an Instagram. Okay, yeah.
Is this right?
He's not even on social media. But I don't know if this is an old news or new news, because I've heard of this. I don't know how long I heard of this.
I think that photo of him wearing the mask is a little bit old, but I think.
But
I know him wearing that costume is new.
But
that just broke out today.
Well, I'm not. Okay, so there's news of Tobey Maguire. Apparently, from people who have seen him in public, apparently he looks more fit than he does in usual pictures. Mm-hmm. Meaning, maybe he's working out for the new Spider-Man movie. I don't know the sources on this one, but I have heard of that.
I've heard many sources saying how Tobey hasn't signed on yet, and I've heard some saying he has. I've also heard that he's been spotted outside of a costume fitting in Atlanta, right about where they're shooting the movie. I don't know much, but I think that Tobey has signed on by now, and I think the reason why we haven't got a trailer is probably because it's taken a little bit longer than they've expected for him to sign on. They're probably waiting to shoot a couple of scenes with him in it. That's probably what this is. I think Tom Holland's doing the stunts for the two Spider-Men. I think that's probably what this is most likely. And he's at least doing them for Tobey Maguire, from what we can tell, who is, I think, almost in his 50s. So it makes sense that Tom Holland is doing the stunts here. However, we will see. We will definitely see what this actually is, and
yeah. But anyways, I think Tom Holland does do his own stunts, or most of his at least. So yeah. I don't really know about him doing Tobey Maguire stunts as much as maybe he was just wearing the Tobey Maguire suit, and it wouldn't make sense for Tom Holland to be wearing the suit in a movie and not have Tobey Maguire in it.
Yeah, I don't really know, because it's literally the exact same suit. It's not it's not like a look-alike. It's literally the same thing. So I actually wonder what this is, and I think pretty much guaranteed to see this live action Spider-Verse come to play. Again, supposedly all of these actors have signed on. Not to mention, Sam Raimi is directing Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So, which by the way, I can't wait for. I think that movie under his direction will be awesome. Knowing his style of horror, I think he will do a great job with that. And I believe Tobey Maguire has gone on record saying before that he would come back to the Spider-Man role if Sam Raimi was involved, and here you go. He's involved with the MCU, so I really wonder where this is going.
Which, actually, I want to get a quick word in. If you guys didn't know, Sam Raimi, he is friends with someone named Bruce Campbell, who made, what do I call it? He was in the 3 Spider-Man movies that had Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, cameos.
Which makes me think that he'll have one in Doctor Strange 2, which actually gets me really excited because Bruce Campbell is one of my favorite actors as a long-time horror fan.
He's one of mine too. And Ash from Evil Dead is one of my favorite movie characters of all time. Groupie. No, but originally in Spider-Man 4, which never got released, Bruce Campbell was supposed to play Mysterio, and that was going to basically explain why he had all those different roles in the movies. Like in the first Spider-Man movie, he was the announcer at the wrestling match. The second one, I believe he was the ticket taker at MJ's theater show. And then in the third movie, I think he was the was he the waiter at the restaurant? He was working there, I think. But the third movie, it was going to be revealed that he was Mysterio. So I'm wondering, maybe in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, he will be an alternate version of Mysterio of some sort.
Yeah. I'd like to segue into our next segment. We will be talking about old news that's concerning WandaVision. So
these were leaks, by the way. I actually think this teaser was just released this morning. So basically, we're just gonna be talking over the teaser. I've seen the teaser a bit. Jake hasn't yet, so keep that in mind. But we decided to talk about it here.
Yes.
As well.
So if you didn't know, there's a teaser. We reacted to it Wednesday of this week, which is when we filmed the first 2 videos for the channel. But we're scrapping that. Figured we could.
That was before it was actually revealed, though. It just dropped today, but we watched the leaked version of it.
Yeah, there are spots and stuff. I'll put pictures on the screen. There's stuff from it. It's old news. You probably heard it by now. Gets everyone excited for WandaVision. I think it's going to be a great show.
I agree. I think it's going to be really good.
I really have nothing to say about it. Next, Paul Bettany addresses, well, I don't really know. I'm guessing he's the director for WandaVision.
Probably because, again, Paul Bettany plays Vision.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Apparently he has teased heartbreaking moment in the show. I think it's probably on... Yeah, as he speaks about it here, I'll put the words on the screen now, but, yeah. I guess there's gonna be some drama in the show, which I guess is pretty cool, since we really haven't gotten anything too dramatic in the MCU, and...
I think we need more mature content in the MCU. I'm not specifically saying R ratings there. I'm saying content that isn't all warm and fuzzy and for children.
Yeah, I want there to be a chance of death in every movie. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want to have to wait until the next Avengers movie just for someone to die. I want to be on the edge of my seat thinking anyone could die at any moment. But when I'm going to see Spider-Man 3, I'm not expecting anyone to die. I'm expecting Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. When I watch WandaVision, I'm not expecting Scarlet Witch to die. And when I watch Doctor Strange 2, I'm not expecting Doctor Strange to die, which I feel like isn't the right mindset we should have. I feel like that's a good start.
Yeah.
WandaVision would be a good start to add stakes to the MCU.
I mean, if you watch all the old Star Wars movies, those had stakes. The original Star Wars movies did. You know, Han Solo getting frozen in carbonite. A lot of older superhero movies had stakes. In the 1989 Batman movie, spoiler alert, I mean, the movie's over 30 years old. You should have seen it by now. Joker dies at the end of that movie. You know, the other stories. One of my favorite, personally, Watchmen. That's probably one of the highest stakes in a comic book story I've ever seen, and that's why it's one of my favorites, because it's not a Marvel movie. You know, it isn't like how all the heroes will prevail, the villain loses or dies or whatever. No, like the main character in that movie doesn't survive, and not to mention the villain wins in that situation. And I think that story is so brilliant because it's not some random action movie. I think that's how the movie fucked it up majorly, because they made it too much. They made it too action packed when it really isn't action. And Jake's never seen this movie, but I do recommend it. It's if you've never seen it, I would check it out. But you know, that's what I'm bringing up here. I think WandaVision is going to have stakes this time. And my prediction for the show is that Vision's not going to come out as a real character after this. And I kind of hope that's what they do. Because I think, personally, if you bring back Vision after Infinity War had no stakes whatsoever in the end.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
My theory on WandaVision is, I think, as you were getting into it, that Vision isn't going to be real. I believe that Scarlet Witch is going to imagine things. She's going to imagine Quicksilver. She's going to imagine the Russians from, I think they were Russians from Ultron, from Avengers 2.
Yeah,
She's going to imagine Vision.
I think they were Russians, but I know they're from Hydra. They were Hydra agents.
She's going to imagine, and maybe even Iron Man. She's going to imagine all these things.
Mm-hmm. And I think because what we've heard is that this is her dream reality, is her dreaming about a life with Vision and all that. And I hear one of the characters, I don't know the actress's name, but she was in Step Brothers. She's supposedly the villain of the show. And I believe is some sort of witch. I don't know the name of the character, but that character is the person who's manipulating with Wanda's mind. And I really hope that this means that perhaps Vision isn't Vision's gateway back into the MCU. This is more or less his final chapter, and this is the end of his story arc. Because, let's be honest, after he got the stone torn out of his head, how is he alive? And still in the promotional art of the show, he still has the stone in his head. You know, making me think, I think he isn't real in this show. And I think that chances are Vision's not coming back.
Yeah. I mean,
perhaps this scene is her coming to terms with his death.
I mean, this segues into one of my theories on the next Avengers movie. I think that if this show is real and Vision still has that in his head, Wanda goes back in time somehow, and she gets the stone and she brings it back, but everyone telling her to put it back, and I think it'll corrupt her, and she'll be the next villain for the Avengers movie. I think it'll be...
That's a theory I've heard. One of the theories I've heard is that she's going to be the main villain of Doctor Strange, too.
Yeah, so she is the strongest Avenger, and she very well... she already is basically the power of one Infinity Stone. So giving her one to use to bend anything with the strongest Infinity Stone, the Time Stone, that's going to mess up... Not the Time Stone...
Mind.
Yeah, Mind Stone. That is the strongest stone, the Mind Stone, as we've seen. So, I guess this is a segue into the next part. More MCU news. Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt confirmed Star-Lord's return in Thor Love and Thunder, which is great news to hear.
Which, this to me comes as no surprise, but I think it's a relief that we're going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 pretty far. And I think by the end of is it 2021 or 2022? Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is coming on Disney Plus, whatever that is. Which is going to be directed by James Gunn and everything. But I think that's literally just going to be a fun little comedy skit that it's going to be like 45 minutes long. I don't know when it comes out though. Does it come out at the end of this year or the end of next year?
I honestly don't know, but I just want to say, I just played a video. If that messed up the sound quality so if any of you viewers watching are like, what is that noise? That's a video of. I'm guessing I'm pretty sure it's a live stream and your stream, and that's when Chris Pratt announces his return in Thor Love and Thunder.
I believe we've also heard that Groot and Rocket are coming back in Thor Love and Thunder. So I really think that the Guardians will have a major role in this movie, or they'll just show up in the first 30 seconds and go away. But I hope they're more important to the plot in this movie. I'm pretty scared about Thor Love and Thunder, to be honest. To say the least. You know, I really am worried it's going to get too political with the bringing in of Jane Foster as Thor and all that shit, but I hope it isn't that, and I hope it's as good as Ragnarok.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised Chris Pratt is going to be in any more MCU movies after, if you guys don't know. Everyone to do with, like, Avengers Endgame was having a live stream or Zoom call for, like, a Biden charity support thing, and Chris Pratt didn't show up to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm guessing he announced he was a Trump supporter somehow. I don't know.
Actually, I heard that he wasn't even... I heard that they tried to cancel him because he said he wasn't even political.
Yeah, I know he tried to get canceled.
Or something like that.
So I'm kind of shocked that... I mean, I'm glad he's still in it, but I'm kind of shocked that he's coming back.
I am too. It's pretty crazy on how saying all this shit, you know, kind of, fuck with you in the end.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna pause the stream real quick. Wait, hold on. All right, I just started recording again. You can talk again.
All right, but I mean, you know, the world is getting so far to the left these days that, you know, whenever someone brings something up like this and just states their opinion, people automatically think they're racist or a bad person. Or here, they automatically assume Chris Pratt supports Donald Trump, even though I don't think there shouldn't be any issue with that. If you ask me, it's a free country. You can support whoever you want. You know, I'm not going to state my own personal political views here because I don't think it's necessary. But, you know, if you ask me, it shouldn't matter who you support. And frankly, if you think that if you're going to stop being friends with someone just because you don't like who they support for president, you're kind of a child. And in this situation with Chris Pratt saying he's not political, for one, isn't that a good thing? I mean, seriously. It doesn't mean that it's not going to blind him in his, work or anything. And it's not going to motivate his decisions either. So, frankly, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah. But I hope Chris Pratt doesn't get fired from any projects just because of this situation.
Yeah, starting to get I want to start leaving a note on Mandalorian. This isn't anything to talk about, but Mark Hamill has mentioned that he believes that his Luke Skywalker's feature on the last Mandalorian episode was great. I mean, I'm glad to see he liked it, and I'm hoping he gets featured in more projects on Star Wars. But anyways, more DCEU news. There have been spottings, or I don't know how this happened, but apparently Wonder Woman faces off against Steppenwolf in Snyder Cut. So
that should be interesting.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. I'm just gonna say Steppenwolf because I don't know. Steppenwolf is kind of a stupid name. Steppenwolf. I guess is coming back as the main villain.
Mm-hmm. I think he's either the main villain or it's Darkseid, because Darkseid is in the Snyder Cut, so I don't really know.
I think he's gonna get teased, kind of like Thanos did in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have That might even be a post-credit scene or something, like how you were saying, because he really is the Thanos of DC Comics, or really Thanos is the dark side of Marvel because Darkseid came first. I like Thanos better, but you can't deny that Darkseid came first, and I still think Darkseid's a really cool character.
Honestly, Darkseid is so much more powerful than Thanos. It's more like Darkseid is the um, DC version of Galactus.
Yeah, no, the DC version of Galactus, I'd say is the Anti-Monitor.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
When it comes to their abilities and stuff, Darkseid I think would whoop Thanos' ass any day.
yeah. Oh, well, that's obvious, though.
Mm-hmm. And to segue into our next topic, I think this is really cool. Jared Leto has confirmed, I believe, or teases, sorry, that a return as Joker in the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Damn.
Which, all right, so this could be one of two things. This could be great, and it could redeem this version of the character, or it'll be terrible. Because I think a lot of people believe this. I think this is the common state of mind. I think that he would have been a great Joker if he didn't have all the weird. What's the aesthetic? They went with like a gangster aesthetic for the movie. They went with like a hood aesthetic, and they made Joker look like a pimp in that movie. And the script was bad in that movie. And I feel like if they cut out all the tattoos and the gangster shit and the pimp look for Joker, I think Jared Leto would have done a great job.
Yeah, I think Jared Leto is a fairly good actor. Not even, but I don't even think he compares to people like Jack Nicholson, Joaquin Phoenix, Heath Ledger. People who've all played Joker before.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jared Leto's good and all, and he is featuring in Morbius, which is probably my most anticipated superhero movie coming up. So
I'm interested about Morbius. I'm a little worried about it, but I think it could be great, personally. And it's something different. My most anticipated superhero movie of 2021 is probably the Snyder Cut, because frankly, it comes out in 2 months, so I'm very curious on how that's going to turn out and how good it's going to be, if it is good, because I actually think it has a strong chance of sucking, personally. That's just my opinion.
It comes out in 2 months? That's a lot
it comes out in March.
Remember.
Zack Snyder confirmed it.
Jesus. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I know. It should be pretty good. At least I hope. It's gonna be like 4 hours long too, which has me excited.
Oh, it's gonna release in episodes. I'm assuming that's what
it says on Google. It's gonna release in episodes on HBO Max.
Yeah, I guess stay tuned. We will definitely do a review on that.
Yeah, we will. We will do reviews on the episodes as they come out.
Pretty sure we're planning on watching it together.
Yeah. We will definitely do so. And I believe, didn't you say how you're planning on getting HBO Max again anyway?
Yeah. So
we'll watch them together. And then again, if we could do live streams, we'd watch them over a live stream. But this channel is so small that we can't do that.
Well, I guess that's a good reason you should subscribe, because then we can start doing.
Yeah, you should subscribe, so then we could watch stuff live, like The Mandalorian or the Snyder Cut.
Wandavision coming out January 15th.
Loki live.
I mean, we very well could just record and watch the thing at the same time, but
I think we should do like reactions. I think we should just cut it down, and we'll watch it together over like a Discord call like this. And I think we'll just like, holy shit, all that, like whenever say Darkseid shows up, we'll record the whole thing, but we won't show the whole thing.
But if we could just be at your house and you could just set up your phone on your TV and just record the entire time.
Mm-hmm. But, that might be what we do.
Yeah, I guess that could be it for the video.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching for our first news video. We're gonna try to get this up as soon as possible. Remember, we're just two random teenagers from Illinois that really don't know what we're doing. We're still new to this, but please subscribe.
Wait, hold on. I just want to make a disclaimer. We're not some assholes from Chicago. We're in Southern Illinois, so we're just pretty weird. We're just different breeds. We're not.
We're a different breed of human.
We're not Chicago gangsters.
No, we're not. We're not going to shoot you. We live near St. Louis, but believe me, we're not hood rat. But keep in mind we're trying to get them out as fast as we can. I do all the promotional stuff. He does all the editing. Like, I spread this channel around. He edits the videos. So keep in mind, it's gonna, I can't promise you that we're gonna get them out always on time, but we'll always try to rush them out as fast as we can once we. And don't take that the wrong way by the term rushing it out, but we're gonna get them out as fast as we can once we record them, so they are relevant once they're released.
Yeah.
But we just can't keep up with regular news channels and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe I've gotten quite a few subscribers from my channel because I did promote this channel, so welcome, by the way.
Yeah. Also,
30 minutes in.
If you're a kid, I'm stop censoring videos right now. On this video, I tried censoring some of the curse words in the first video, but it was too much work. With so somebody started somebody kind of has an addiction. I mean, I can stop whenever.
Yeah. But you just gotta realize this isn't a podcast for children.
Yeah.
We're not making it for children. We're making it for people our age and a little bit older, young adults. Is our target audience really, or anyone that's really interested, really? So, but I'm just keeping in mind, viewer discretion advised. If you're not into people dropping the F-bomb, this isn't for you. Again, we'll bring up another disclaimer on the guests. You gotta be at least, I would say 12 years old to be on our show, because that might even be pushing it. But you got to keep in mind here, we're teenagers. We don't want to interview children. We don't mind if you watch, and again, as long as you don't get offended, because again, I don't want hate comments because I said the F-bomb like 6 times. But it's like, we don't want that. And same thing, if you're like 40 years old, I can't really say we'd want to talk to you on the show either. It's a little bit uncomfortable and a bit awkward, but if you're, I would say 21 is probably our age limit here. So
unless you're a celebrity and you've been in a movie.
Yeah, unless you're a celebrity or you're, a large, larger YouTuber than us.
Tom Kane, if you want to somehow talk to us on here, I know you can't talk right now, but if you figure out a way, we will be more than happy to feature you on.
Yes, we would be more than happy to talk to you on this channel. So yeah, I just want to make that little quick disclaimer: is we won't just interview anybody, but I do know a couple people who I think will be on this show. A couple friends of mine who I think may be interested, but I don't really know, because I don't think they would know how this would go down, because it's really just a random Discord call where we just talk about news. And really, on that situation, we would probably just be discussing random topics and just say, hey, what do you think of this, blah, blah, blah. If you ever see Joe Rogan, something like that. But, less political. Or not political, whatever the right term I should use there. So, keep that in mind. And again, we're willing to really take anyone as long as you fit those requirements on here. If you're a fan of the show, be sure to email me, cruciblenightmare@gmail.com.
That's
Jake will leave it in the description.
That's really if you need to, but I feel like comments would be the quickest way if our comments don't get disabled, since we are kids. We're 13.
But we'll try to not mark. We'll try not to mark these videos as made for kids, because they're not.
Yeah, I did that to the first video.
We are minors, so keep that in mind. We're not grown adults, and I bet you can tell. What was I gonna say? But yeah, email me if you want to do interview on this show, you must have Discord. If you do not have Discord, you'll probably be less likely to appear on the show. I'm not saying you won't, because say again, if you're a very interesting person, or if you're a friend of mine, I don't mind if you don't have Discord, but we need some way to communicate. And I would prefer if it isn't something like Snapchat. I would rather Discord, because it's something we can easily do, over a quick call, and we can also view the video as well, the screen and the topics at hand as we make the content. So that'll be about it. Again, be sure to email me. Jake's gonna leave it in the description down below. Only if you have specific questions about our sources, which we will also leave in the description. But if you have specific questions, or again want to be on the show, we're really looking for some guests. I think we have some in store. We just got to talk to some of these people. Please email us if you're interested and fit all the requirements. If you're around our age, then yeah, by all means, we'll talk to you on the show for like a 30-45 minute time slot, and we'll just we'll talk media and shit, movies and stuff. As long as you fit those requirements, and as long as you have Discord.
Yeah.
Again, don't need it, but it's so much easier if you have Discord.
Yeah, I wanna. My TikTok that I have linked, I don't ever post on it. Like, I'm ghosting all my fans right now because I used to post Battlefront content, but now I don't, and everyone's asking me to play with them, so I don't really know what you want to do with TikTok, if you want to follow it, but mine, personally, don't really do anything with it also. If you want to suggest anything, because in the last video I put Minecraft Bed Wars in the background that I was playing. I didn't play that live, I just put that over us talking.
Yeah, we don't know what he's going to put over the thing.
Yeah.
Over this time. It's just something random. We do it in post-production, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, hey, maybe Battlefront. I don't fucking know. It might be Call of Duty. It might be CS:GO. I don't know what you're currently watching right now, but you're watching something.
Yeah.
But yeah, please suggest a game down below.
Yeah, if you want us to do reactions to certain things, we would be more than happy to. If you want to tell us to react to things, we want more fan interactions. We don't want to be one of those YouTubers who never talk to their fans.
Yeah, because frankly, we're not fans of that. Pun intended. We're not really fans of that, concept of, not speaking to your viewers or fans. Because, frankly, it's kind of a dick move. You're ignoring people that are commenting on your videos and watch on a regular basis. If you just upload and walk away, you're not really engaging in it. Whenever you might be, we'll respond to all of your comments. Even if this is in the future, we'll try to at least give you a heart. At least. If not, then, I'm sorry, but maybe all we know, maybe the comments got out of hand. I doubt it. But, we're gonna bring it up, because I can't say promises I can't keep if we get lucky and people start watching this. But we'll try to heart as many comments as we possibly can, and if we're able to, we'll respond. Again, we're just two guys, so it's not going to be very easy for us to do.
Yeah, so, I guess that's the end of the video. Please have a good night, and, I guess thanks for watching.
Goodbye.